Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing another haul. This video is actually in collaboration with L'Occitane, and I am so grateful and so honored to be working with a brand that I've been using for a really long time. I remember a while back Kathleen Lights had mentioned the L'Occitane shower oil and how she loves using it for shaving, and so I ran out and got it because I love Kathleen and we both have dry skin and I feel like we like the same things. We tend to like the same things, and I ended up falling in love with the shower oil. I have one in my shower. I actually do use it to shave, and then I ended up falling in love with the Shea Butter Moisturizer, so I use that for my body. So I love those two products, but today I'm going to be featuring the Supple Skin Oil as well as their body balm. So funny story, my brother was just here in town from Florida and he was literally fighting me over this. He was like, can I get some moisturizer? And then he saw that I was using this on my elbows that night and he was like, let me get some of that. I'm like, don't use too much. And he fell in love with it. He was like putting it all over his head. He fell in love with the scent. So all of the L'Occitane products that I have, including these two, have this really amazing almond, soft, classy, soothing scent. They all just smell delicious. So this is the body balm, and I love using this especially on my feet, on like really excessively dry areas of my body, especially my hands too, because I'm always using like hand sanitizer and I'm always washing my hands and they tend to just get dry. So right now, like the weather is kind of weird in New York, so it's been extra dry, so I've been using this just like all over my legs. Usually when you think of a body balm, you think it's gonna be super thick, and what's crazy about this product is that it's so lightweight. Like the actual product feels like it's empty because it's so lightweight. I love putting this on my feet and then putting some socks on and then going to bed, and you wake up with like the most luxurious soft feet. I also love using this on my elbows, again on my hands, and it's just such a great product, and I love like the shine that it gives you. I'm pretty sure Tati had raved about this a while ago and I always was meaning to pick it up, so I love this. So then we have the skin oil. This is an amazing product also for the nighttime. I love just putting this on all over my legs, and what's awesome about this kind of oil is that if I'm wearing like long pajama pants to bed, I hate when my pajama pants like stick to my body. Like this isn't a sticky oil, it's not a super oily oil, it's a very like lightweight soothing oil, and I love that it has a spray because it just makes it so much easier to put on. So I've been using this like on my chest, I've been using this pretty much everywhere. A little bit goes a very long way. It just looks beautiful also to go out, if you want that like sheen to your body, if you want your legs to look really good in pictures. A skin oil is so essential, and I love that the scent is very soothing. It's not overpowering, but it's very calming. It's very like a sexy, just like warm scent, so it's not gonna like clash with your perfume if you're wearing this to go out. But I feel like some people are so addicted to the scent that they actually like just use this and just want this to be their perfume because it just is so like intoxicatingly delicious. So if you haven't smelled like the almond scent from L'Occitane, you have to. I really love it, and you guys know I'm very picky with my scents. I tend to get eczema flare-ups from allergic reactions to products, whether it's a body care product on my face, like I get eczema flare-ups, so these products are really great for that. Also for pregnant bellies, I heard these are amazing for, preventing stretch marks. It's really important to keep your body moisturized, so anyone can use these products, men, women, any age. It's really important to keep your skin hydrated and healthy and supple, and I love how luxurious and bougie I feel when I use my L'Occitane products. So I'm gonna be leaving a link in the description bar to purchase these. It's one of those things that once you try it, you're just gonna always repurchase, but they last so long. Like my shower oil I've had for a really long time. I like getting the really big jumbo size, and I love that it has a pump. Like all of their products are just so simple, effective, and they just look so pretty, but they do last a really long time because you don't need a lot. So I love those two, and again, I will have a link in the description bar to purchase. So at Sephora, I picked up the Velour Fluff and Wispy lashes. I've worn these so many times. You guys have seen me wear them. These are the lashes that I go for when I'm feeling super extra. So if I have an event or if I have something really big coming up, I always have to purchase a Velour Fluff and Wispy. I love how they make my eyes look, because my eyes, if the lash isn't voluminous enough, it'll kind of make my eyes look beady and small, even though my eyes are quite large. I think it's the way my eye shape is. I don't know if it's because they're like almond, but these really just accentuate my eye shape, and I feel like I have kind of like a slightly hooded almond eye. So if you have like my similar eye shape, these are awesome. Fluff and Wispies are so good, or especially if you have kind of like turned down eyes, these will really like lift them up. I also picked up the Lilly lashes for Sephora collection. So these are in the style Rome. So these are 3D mink lashes. I actually purchased these for a bride, and I love that they kind of like flare out and they're wispy. I just love 3D mink lashes. So the Velour ones are actually silk and these are 3D mink, but either way they're both really like fluffy and wispy, and so they're perfect for like your big day, for your wedding day, or for an event. If you're gonna be photographed and you really like that dramatic lash, these are gonna look so good when you're looking down. Like, they make the perfect wedding lash. Next up, I picked up a Dior Show Brow Styler. This is in dark brown, universal dark brown. Right now I have on black, but sometimes I feel like it's just a little bit too much, especially for days like today where I don't really have that much eyeshadow on. I feel like it could be a little bit harsh, so then I tend to have to wear a lot of like tinted brow gel, and then I have to layer that. So I figured I would pick up a lighter shade in my favorite brow pencil, just because, like I said, for certain days I just don't want such an intense brow. So the black one is a lot more cool toned. This one has a little bit more of a warm undertone. So I'm excited to try the brown, just because lately I feel like my brows have been looking a little bit strong, especially because I haven't been wearing that much eyeshadow or eye makeup. So those are the items that I got at Sephora. Next up, we have some MAC goodies. So the first item that I want to mention is the MAC Candy Yum Yum perfume. So it's funny because in my last haul I had a sample of this and I was like, I don't know how I feel about it, but after smelling it throughout that whole haul, I really fell in love with the scent. I remember seeing this in Diana Saldana's vlog, and she was saying that it was her favorite perfume, that she ran through a whole bottle. I love that it's very sweet and feminine, but I feel like after it kind of sits on your skin, it kind of changes. It gets a little bit musky. Yesterday, Charlene and I were in the mall and we were kind of like spraying perfumes on, and she fell in love with this scent. Like, she couldn't stop smelling it. It's one of those that you're like addicted to, and she put this on top of a Tory Burch scent and it smelled amazing. So I can't wait to try that little mix. But Candy Yum Yum, I think it's my favorite one from the whole line. I love Turquatic. MAC Turquatic will always be a must-have for me. Next up, I got another product because of Puffin's wife, Mel. This is the MAC Cleanse Off Oil for gentle skin, and she always talks about this, how it's her favorite way to remove her makeup, and she has very sensitive skin. It's kind of like normal slash dry. It's kind of like a combo, kind of like my skin type. So I've always heard her talk about this. Oh, I think I got the wrong one. Okay, I think I got the wrong one. This is just the Cleanse Off Oil, but I meant to pick up the Cleanse Off Oil for sensitive skin. There's two. There's one that's like a blue, and then there's this one. They're both just Cleanse Off Oils. Basically, you put this on your dry skin when you have makeup on, and it's going to break up the makeup and help you remove it. So then you just rinse with water, and then everything just kind of comes off. It is mineral oil free, which is good, and it seems like more of like a liquidy oil, which I like. I don't like when a Cleanse Off oil or like a makeup removing oil is too thick, because then I feel like it's kind of hard to massage into your skin, if that makes sense. I can't wait to try that out. I'll probably try it tonight since I do have makeup on. Next up is a staple. This is Fix Plus. I mean, everyone knows what Fix Plus is at this point. I feel like I don't even have to explain what it is. I always have to have a Fix Plus backup, like 2 backups in my collection, just because I go through this so often. It's my most used spray. I use it as a setting spray. I use it as a anti-cake spray. So if I'm feeling like my face is looking dry, Fix Plus always comes to my rescue, and it's one of those that I will never stop using. I love it. It doesn't break me out, and I'm always repurchasing and going through Fix Plus. Next up, we have 3 lip pencils from MAC. So here we have Soar, Subculture, and then MAC Red. MAC Red is one of my favorite red lip pencils. It's just such a staple. I love that it's like a true red, like it's a nice bright red, so it really goes well with Ruby Woo or MAC Red, which I also did pick up as well. It's just like a classic red. Like, it's just one of those that you kind of need. Ruby Woo is a true red, but it's a matte finish, where MAC Red lipstick is satin. It's literally just called MAC Red. And so if you like Ruby Woo but you find it a little bit drying, MAC Red is perfect. I love that it's just a good blue toned bright red. It really makes your teeth look nice and bright and white. They're both MAC Red, the shade, the lip liner, and the lipstick. They do look a little bit different, but they pair perfectly together. Subculture is such a perfect nude lip liner, and then Soar is amazing for any like mauve lipsticks, anything with like a pinky undertone, or if you want to make your nude lipsticks look a little bit more pink, or if your natural lip color has a little bit more of like a pink undertone, Soar is amazing. So I love MAC lip liners. You guys know that's pretty much all I use. use. I love that MAC lip liners aren't too dry and aren't too like smooth, because I don't like a lip liner that's too wet, that glides too easily. I like it to have a little bit more grip. I like it to have a little bit more of like a drier finish, but not too dry where it's literally like painful to put on. The next product is something that I'm always repurchasing, MAC Costa Riche. I literally just picked up 2 MAC Costa Riche, but I picked up another because I just always have to have this. I love MAC Costa Riche on brown eyes, hazel eyes, green eyes. It's a good rich brown, and I don't find it to be too irritating on my eye. Like, it's not so dry. Sometimes you put an eyeliner and it feels like painful to put on. I feel like MAC Costa Riche is always creamy on me. It's really hard for me to beat MAC Costa Riche. I've never found one that tops it as far as brown liners with red undertones. I really love this color. It's perfect for my eyes. If I want my eyes to look lighter in pictures or in person, I always go for MAC Costa Riche. It's like such a staple for me. And then of course, extended play Gigablack. I feel like I just did a MAC haul, but this is how real my MAC products are in my collection. Like, they're products that I know I can depend on. So MAC extended play Gigablack is the only lower lash mascara that I can use that it will not transfer on my skin. It's waterproof. So someone commented telling me that the other one, the non-Gigablack, is also waterproof, but on me it wasn't too waterproof. So I just always stick to the extended play Gigablack. It's so black. I have it on my lower lashes now, and it's just such a perfect lower lash mascara. It also really like lengthens them anytime I use this. I just feel like my lower lashes look really good, and for me what's really important is for it not to transfer. You can't not have a waterproof mascara in your kit, so I always have a extended play Gigablack in my kit, especially for bridal makeup. It's so important. Another staple for me is the MAC Liquid Lash Liner in Point Black. This is such an amazing waterproof liquid liner. I use it on top of another liner on my clients, so I just deposit a little bit onto my hand and then use a brush to just overline any liner, like a gel liner, just to really seal it in and make it super black and super waterproof. This stuff does not play. You do not want to make a mistake with this. That's why I like using a gel liner first. It's a little bit more forgiving to use a gel, and then this one on top will like seal the deal. It is no joke. It's super black, and I love that I can depend on it for my kit, because it's really hard to find very waterproof eyeliners, believe it or not. A lot of them claim to be waterproof and then they're not. So if you're freelancing, you have to get this. It's again very, very, very pitch black. For bridal makeup, you know, if they want a wing, this is high key, because it's not gonna run if they cry, if they're sweating, if they touch their face. It's not going anywhere. So this is like my most waterproof liner, and it is the MAC Liquid Lash. They do have other colors now, but I always just get the black one. This next one is really cool, and honestly it's more of like a collector's item for me. This is the MAC X Jeremy Scott eyeshadow palette. As a 90s baby, 92, I just felt like I needed this in my life. Like I need to have this somewhere stored, because I feel like kids these days, they don't even know what a boombox or like a real radio is. Like everyone just has music on their phone, and I don't know, I love the idea and the whole concept of this. So you get this really large mirror, and then you have your eyeshadows down here. I just love the whole concept of music being the shades. This is just something that was so unique and so well thought out. I mean, are you really gonna take this with you like on a vacation to use as your main eyeshadow palette? No. But is this super dope? Yes. Like, I just want to like frame this somewhere. Like, I want to just display this. This is so cool. It's so dope and so retro. I also wanted to get the CD. It's like a CD-ROM, which again, I feel like the younger generation doesn't even know what a CD-ROM is, but it's like a CD, and inside you have like a bronzer and a blush, and I think that's so cool. Like, it's just dope. If you were born in the 80s or 90s, you have to have this, especially like the early 90s and the 80s. Like, it's a freaking boombox radio eyeshadow palette. It doesn't get cooler than that. And then really quickly, I wanted to mention the new MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus, the new gold and pink edition. So these have been all over Instagram, and I was so excited to get my hands on this. So you shake this up to activate it, and then you can see all of like the gold swirl of like pigment on the inside. I actually haven't tried this out yet. I'm thinking of using these in a first impression, so I haven't tried them out yet, but this is the pink light one. It has like this really pretty pink iridescence. The pink one, I heard, gives you like a light sheen, whereas the gold one actually will deposit like gold flecks onto your makeup. But you can also use these on your body, like on your chest if you're going out. I think that's really, really pretty. And then MAC also came out with a strobe body lotion, which is really cool, because I feel like a lot of people use the regular strobe lotion on their body, like on the chest. So it definitely feels very moisturizing. It's a nice texture for like a moisturizer, and it gives you like a slight sheen. It's not anything like super chunky or glittery. It's gonna give you a nice sheen, and then you can layer it on your chest. And this one's really pretty because it has like a nice pink tone to it. I cannot wait to use that on my legs and on my body. Like, I love MAC creams. I feel like they're so moisturizing. They really just get the formulas right, especially for makeup artists. I just feel like I can always depend on MAC. So those were all of the items that I wanted to mention today. Kind of like a random haul, but some of these items are like staples for me, and then some were newer to my collection, but I wanted to make sure that I shared them with you. Again, I will also link the L'Occitane products down in the description bar. So that concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe. We're almost at 300,000. I just need your help. Turn on the notification bell, share my videos with your friends and your family members. I truly appreciate your support, and I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.